Thank you so much for watching. A special thank you to my patrons and channel members. If you would
Hello, everyone, and welcome to our D&D Thursday nights. Oh, this is going to be so much fun. Well, maybe. This may be fun. It really depends on if we die or not, as it always does with Dungeons and Dragons. As usual, I will be leaving audio up to the party. I will be talking to you all in chat. I will be texting away. And first, let's do a few shout outs. Hello, Mitchie, Waffles, Joneser. Hello, you lovely people. But yeah, y'all know how this goes. Let's go ahead and join the party of Rheamerin, the mark of a god. Woo!
No experience it.
I mean, I have all sorts of other broken ways, but you know.
Broken
Oh,
what?
Hello.
Hold on.
What?
Broken ways?
Don't
dropped on
our own special way.
Oh
Psyche.
God.
Psyche, can you fix us?
I gotta go.
I dropped a potato. Autumn went to save it, and like it was just a disaster.
Everything's broken now.
Oh.
Now everything's on fire. Teeth Whitener did his best. Swampy's eating, so she's just kind of watching the flames. But Gil also did his best to like get everything under control. It was so
I was
we're not
gone
sure.
for 10 minutes.
It was on the name of Lucian.
9 minutes too long.
Yeah, you shouldn't have trusted us for too long.
I was
that was
gone
honestly.
a mistake.
Yeah.
for 10 whole minutes. How much trouble can you get into for 10 minutes?
That's 9.5 minutes too long.
wasn't here to
That's truly a
help,
question, isn't it?
I really don't like that laughter.
Bevan wasn't here to like help. I need someone to sparkle. It's really hard to like for me to not drop potatoes unless I can sparkle someone.
Why does that feel like it's a metaphor for something that I don't quite understand?
Don't worry about it, Psyche. It's fine.
Yeah, it's
Every day I worry more and more. Hi, Mom. Why do you tune in at these times? Hello.
She knows.
She knows Mama's intuition.
It's that mermaid sense.
So, let us know if you hear an echo. We actually got Teeth Whitener set up upstairs. He has his own desk now. He doesn't have to use the kitchen table anymore.
You
Aw,
guys have an upstairs.
Oh,
We
let
do.
him out of the pit.
Nice.
Yeah.
Rather nice.
Now he's just got to get a nice PC to go with it.
I know. We're working on it. But yeah, so if you hear me through his headphones, let us know. I have 2 doors closed behind me though, but I am loud, so I don't know.
Not enough.
It might not be enough.
I'm sorry. I thought that you were actually a very soft-spoken person. Have I been
Loud. What do you
have I
mean?
been misunderstanding this whole time? I
Ask
usually have to
Decimate.
bump
He's
you up.
met me in real life. You can hear me
I-
from one side of the house to the other. Ask Decimate.
I usually have to bump you up to 200%. I don't know what you're talking about. You know, like it's just a thing.
I'm sorry. It's just no one's ever said that about me before.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Soft
I-
Oh
spoken.
my gosh. Can I tell you the level of excitement that me and Hellgate had when we found out how tall that vampire lady in Resident Evil is?
You
Oh
and
my
the whole
God.
street team have been
Yes.
talking
Don't
about
forget
it.
about Baldur's
Yes.
Gate, though.
We just couldn't help ourselves. I was like, someone needs to tell Psyche someone's taller than her.
I don't know how I would react to meeting a woman taller than me. I think I would just keep staring at her
Short
and
circuit.
not stop. I would short
Isn't your mom
circuit.
taller than you?
Did you see Larian Studios' response to that tweet that they made? That's the place that made Baldur's Gate, the company. They responded to it and were like, "Oh well, Asterian's only 5'9".
I mean,
everyone
my
freaked out.
mom was 6 feet tall and my dad 5'5", so I mean, hey, it's whatever.
Where was it I saw the great comparison photo posted? Oh, it was in the Psyche Paths. Oddling posted it.
Oh,
memes.
Karma was streaming today, and I broke that woman because of a response I made to Oddling's meme. Because Oddling, he was there too during Karma's stream. It was great. It was fantastic.
Oh, hang on.
Oh, dice. That's the thing I should
Mom,
get.
I
on.
never lie. Also, please, Mother, never call yourself a spider mermaid again. I will ban you.
This
Ew.
picture.
Yes!
Oh, don't suppress the Spider Mermaid.
And then underneath I said that's how I met Colton, and poor Karma. Yeah, Mom
Yeah.
got shorter as she got older. Now you're only 5'9", Mother. How far you've fallen.
Oh, thank goodness. All right.
What are you doing?
Oh, I was making something. I misspelled calendar also.
You
5995. You know.
Yeah, that's a short little old lady in our family, 5'9". That's how you know we're wizened. You
You're
are
wizards?
shrinking. No, Autumn, no.
You're condensing, Mama Starshine.
Don't tell my mother she's condensing.
Yeah, free her.
Yeah, like milk. You know, you condense and then get
You
sweeter.
get sweeter?
Like Mama Starshine.
She is not
Ah.
sweeter. No, no, no. That-
Mama Milkshine.
Oh,
I
God.
love Mama Starshine.
It's Autumn's fault.
Everything is.
Why am I always to blame?
Oh, finally got all my dice.
Oh,
Oh, you're
Oh,
like
yeah.
100 dice.
oh, I
I'm
also got
going-
my ever letter, by the way. It came in at some point.
Mom, you're
and-
not sweeter. You, what? You don't give a crap anymore. You talk about your gun all the time. What are you? Isn't it pink or
Oh.
something? I remember having a
Oh.
discussion with her about it.
All I can think of is this Arya voice line. Check out these guns.
That sounds like Mama Starshine.
Mama Starshine says they need a scapegoat, Autumn. I believe in you.
Thank you.
So
Keith Wagner,
anyway,
whenever you're ready, please stop us from talking to my mom. Please.
So, while I was in the middle of trying to put together like a calendar you guys could interact with, but I ran out of time. So
You've created your own pantheon. You don't gotta make a calendar too, baby. You gave us letters and
it's
freaking.
incomplete. It's incomplete.
It's
Anyway.
good.
So basically, last week was just wrapping up loose ends that had not really had time to be wrapped up previously. The date was Frigith, the 30th of Victon, which is basically September. So 30th of September. So basically, you went upstairs, you found this old journal with creepy writing in it, and only one page, and it seems to cut off abruptly as soon as you guys burst in, as well as a list of letters, correspondence, logs, drafts of letters that indicate some sort of potential foreign incursion upon these soils. You went upstairs, you spoke to Elaine, who is the head of the Sabrion, which is the religion which Colette is a part of, the religion, the Church of Lucius, if you will. She invited you all to the dedication of the temple, this temple known as Meteora, the next day. You were outside. You were greeted by Barnabas after leaving the temple. He slaps you on the back and says, "Hey, where are you guys gonna be?" You go home, drink, stare at walls for a bit because of all the terrible things you've seen, and you get a letter that invites you to a council in a couple of days on Prawl, which is Monday, quote unquote, of the following week, discussing what to be done in the future on behalf of this country in the world. So, you all wake up in the Barking Satyr after a night of whatever. I don't know what you chose to do with your night.
Say a night of whatever.
Fucking Eviana made sweet, sweet love to, I don't know, someone.
Oh.
Oh
Wink.
my God.
I'd be interested to. Well, there's only like a few people in here, so.
Who's the guy? Barnabas?
Why does that name sound familiar?
No, the guy's not here. Barnabas is not here. Barnabas is the half orc, basically the arm of the queen, or the queen's arm, which is basically the chief of police, quote unquote, head of the city watch, whatever you want to call it. That's what he is and what he does. So that's where you might have heard the name. Basically, so you've woken up, you've all gone about your morning routines. You wake maybe bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, maybe not so much. And you have received a verbal invitation to the dedication of the temple, which festivities begin at around first bell 1 p.m. give or take. So even those of you who rise late will have plenty of time to get there. But you also don't have to go if you don't want to. It's up to you. It's just an invitation. So there you go. That's stage set.
Oh, Eviana's probably gonna go.
Yeah.
Doesn't know about the others.
I think Fira would go as well.
I can't imagine.
You would be obligated to go.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No.
And Cora will probably just do whatever you guys do. So.
No way will Colette miss this. No, not at all. That would be rude.
It would be antithetical to your religion, so I'd be shocked if you didn't go of all people.
Eviana wants to show off and feel like she's hot shit.
Okay.
Shows up fashionably late.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, it's about, say, 10 a.m. Do you guys want to do anything? It's about an hour and a half to 2 hour walk. Do you want to do anything before you head over?
Breakfast.
Yes, breakfast
Yeah.
sounds nice.
Okay. The Korg tells
Yes,
the
thank you
bartender
so
whose
much.
name
Oh my
is
goodness. Thank you. Sorry.
TBD.
I don't talk a lot during D&D, but thank
Well,
you,
he said
Jess.
DVD, and I was like, cool.
Can that be the actual
His name is Engen.
I
He
really
says-
wanted it to actually be TBD.
Yeah, like have to be short for something.
And we ask him, and he's like all suspicious, and I'll
Yeah,
never
right.
tell you what it means.
Yeah.
Probably
with it.
it's like Teresa Beatrice Diamond.
Why does she sound like a stripper?
I don't
Like
know.
that.
That's
You
the
don't
best
judge.
drag name
That's
I've
why,
ever
that's
heard.
why he goes by TBD. I'm so sorry, Teeth.
No, it's fine.
I think he's used to this by now.
Bartender is named Engen. And Korg says, Engen, fire up the fires and get us some meat going. And he says, I ain't got no meat, but I got some eggs. So he throws some eggs in a bowl, and somehow he starts scrambling them. The shells pop off in a mysterious fashion, and he scrambles those eggs as hard as he darn well
Big mage.
can. He doesn't even break a sweat as he cracks an entire carton of eggs, or the equivalent in that world, and throws them onto the grill and starts flipping them over crazily, throws in some chopped vegetables like diced onions, tomatoes, and green peppers, throws them all on a plate. Omelets, anyone?
Now this guy cooks.
Oh, most definitely.
Yes. It sprinkles them all with cheese.
It's the most vegetables we've had in a long time that aren't starches.
Eggs. My favorite vegetable.
No, like the peppers and stuff you put in them. Eggs are not a vegetable, no.
Too late.
No.
Eggs are a vegetable.
No.
Oh my god, I've been eating vegetables so much and so often.
I know, right?
Oh god.
We are so healthy.
Look how healthy we are. Vegetable, eggs, and potatoes.
As the resident cleric, I am concerned for our health and what we are consuming.
Why would you be concerned?
So
Jacques, you can't live on just starches for your whole life.
Eviana
Wait,
looks at the
you
cook.
So, you all appraise his work as being very good, considering he threw it together in just a few minutes. So, if you want to eat breakfast, your breakfast has been served. So, and it's delightful.
Is it free? Do we have to pay?
Of course it's
For
free.
you
We
lot.
saved the city.
It's on the house.
Oh, wonderful! We win
Oh.
an omelet. Yeah. The realization kind of dawns on her.
The church always trying to get out of pain.
Oh,
This is Korg's place. So church
Kinda
isn't
makes
paying
Korg's
for
not
this.
here to tell us to pay him. So.
You're in the barking saber.
Wait.
Korg, should we pay you? No, guys, you're okay. Thanks,
Oh, perfect.
Korg.
Oh, Korg, you're so charitable.
That guy really has our backs.
On second thought, I say next time Bevan can't make it, we have Pixie run his character because I want to see her voice Korg, like desperately.
Oh my gosh.
I guess we could ask her now.
No, she doesn't have enough time to prepare. Maybe next time.
Okay.
Oh,
What? I'm gonna go see if there's a spa open.
If there's a what?
Spa open.
a spa.
Spa
Like
day.
this is, remember, the barking satyr has a bathhouse.
Oh
fairly
no!
upscale.
It has
Two
the
people?
bathhouse.
Is this the bathhouse?
This
that's
is
open?
Oh.
where
Like
we
the
all
only
rolled
people who
for our
are here
characters.
are you guys, Colette's friend from the temple, who's still here, recovering, and that, or I should say, and that dwarf guy named Pouth. So, there's nobody else
Pouth
here.
and
because
manicure?
of-
There's no one else in the bathhouse.
Probably not
that
time for
does?
manicures.
She
Realistically.
got a lot of blood gunk under her nails.
Oh yeah, you got to get that out. You don't want that in there.
Well, I
No.
suppose since we are going to this event, we all should look our best.
Oh yeah, you got to.
No, I haven't showered in like 3 weeks.
Oh, don't tell me that, please.
Yep.
You know, sometimes in the wilds it just makes sense. You know, I'm a traveler myself, so I understand not being able to bathe all the time.
To
We've,
the bathhouse.
we've been places.
Is this
So-
is this a segregated bathhouse or is it just one big bathhouse?
Oh no.
It's-
I think they got
It's
rid of
se-
those
It's
laws.
segregated.
Okay.
Not like segregated like that kind of segregated.
But like men and women have
It's
separate.
men and women, yes.
Okay.
So
It's non-European.
So it's only
No.
Jacques and Korg in one, and the rest of the party in the other.
All right, Autumn, roleplay that out.
Oh hell yeah!
Bevan's not here to say anything.
Anything I say is now canon with Bevan. Perfect. Okay.
He's gonna regret not being here, sweet Christ. Oh, God.
Oh, Bevan, Korg, that's boy, that's you come by that natural, huh?
Colette has her ear pressed against the spa, like the other, because there's just like a wall separating them. She's like listening.
This a pervert.
I know,
Just
I just-
staring at her like,
Lucian.
what?
No, I heard something, and I wanted
Uh-huh.
to make sure they're okay. It was very loud, and I was just
Uh-huh.
listening. I'm not. You listen. They're talking about something excitedly.
Korg, if you slap
Uh-huh.
that around so much, the ladies are going to hear on the other side of the
Do you hear that? Do you hear? What could he be slapping? Can we check real quick that my mom's not in chat anymore?
I got some bad news for you there, Psyche.
Well, there's a pandemic, so she can't come get me, so we're good.
Are you guys having fun?
You know, I think okay. So, is Jacques saying that loud enough to be heard? Like actually loud enough to be heard?
Oh yeah.
I think
Okay, maybe he's yelling it. I don't know.
Yeah. Fira would just yell back through the wall. Like she's been quiet this whole time, kind of minding her business. But she would just yell back at this point. You know, I have a spell that could make it smaller or larger, just depending. And then says nothing else.
Fira, be a lady.
Well, it sounds like the ladies are having fun figuring something out on the other side of the wall. I don't know what they're enlarging or reducing, but you know.
Meanwhile, Autumn's just looking at like Korg's hair.
Yeah,
A big fat eggplant.
Yeah, I'm just commenting on Korg's hairdo. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Like, you know.
I hate it.
Maybe it's his tusks.
Yeah, it's like, man, those tusks are so like, it's so pointy and curved, you know, like.
Colette just stops listening immediately because she's scared.
Oh, good.
Fira dunks her head under the water and then tries to kind of warm it up into like a pseudo hot tub.
Ooh. Eviana like scoots closer to Fira.
Jeez, I forgot something.
What did you forget?
Oh, some type.
To kill the party before we got to that.
So we're bathed and ready, and Eviana's wearing her fancy slippers.
Oh, gee willikers. It's 1.5 hours till. You guys better get on the move and move if you want to get there on time.
Colin's just ushering all of us out of the bathhouse.
So, you all had a great time getting bathed and not nasty anymore. It's been a while since you've had a nice long bathe. And, well, if you hurry, you'll be there in time. But as luck would have it, there is a man with a short man with a horse-drawn carriage who says, "Do you need a lift?"
Yes, good sir. We would appreciate it.
Right, you got. Sorry. You got coin?
Yes, we.
5 silver to be exact.
5
Oh,
silver.
Thank you for covering, Colette.
What?
Yeah, it sounds sweet of
5
you.
silver a passenger, that is.
Oh,
So,
Man, Colette, he's so generous.
Yes,
This is because of
I-
the eggs.
I suppose I am. Here's
Uh,
5 silver.
Oh,
Okay.
really showing the love of Lucius there, you know.
Yes, the love of
Praise
I am-
Lucius.
I am
Lucius.
5
feeling his
silver.
light.
It's 5 silver a passenger.
Oh,
That's quite,
5 silver a passage.
I mean, how many of us are there? You know, 1,
There are
2, 3,
6.
4.
He
Oh, okay.
just
so
walks
we-
over and
there-
starts
What's
paying.
your deal? How about
No,
15
Mew,
total?
No, Mew, I can.
Oh, look at Mew. Here, I'll help.
Oh,
cover
Mew.
it.
Here,
Here,
yeah.
I'll help
I'll assist
you
as
as
well. I
well.
couldn't.
Yeah.
I couldn't.
You
good
know what? I'll
conscience let
pay.
that
I'll
happen.
pay my
Here,
silver amount.
I'll pay mine too. All
Oh,
right.
you're
Yes,
all
here's
so
my 5 silver.
kind.
I mean, it seems even the love of Lucius has its limits.
Sister, I'll pay for you.
Oh,
Oh.
thank you. Thank you so much.
It seems the church has fallen on hard times. Maybe they need to do some
Yes.
tithes
Well,
work.
our
I mean,
temple
they-
did
Murder
get
is
burned
expensive.
down. So,
Yeah,
yes.
no, it's fine. You know, you'd think you'd have insurance on that, but
Yeah, no fire insurance here.
There's like a state farm in this world.
Jake.
I legitimately was in a campaign where we were practically insurance agents that had to go out and report to this like pixie creature. Her name was Tammy, and she was the secretary. And they would send us out to test things and adventurers and stuff. It was a fun campaign. I think we all died. But it was fun.
Oh no.
Always an interesting statement when it was fun. We all died.
It was
but, you know.
basically like the progressive where like you say something. No, that's State Farm, I think. Where you say something and then the person appears.
Ah.
But we all died.
That's State Farm, but I'm not here to advertise for any company. I'm here to tell my story.
Mhm.
Okay.
Tell us the story, Chief.
So he cuts you a deal, 5 silver total, or 15 silver total
No,
for all of you.
You said it. You said it.
No, take 3 silver out of each of your pouches.
Ah,
So-
Wait,
fine.
3? Oh, I get 2 back. Yay.
Yes, 15 total, so 3 a person. He didn't really have time to dally, so you give him the location. You say, we're going up here, and he says, on you sorry sod of a horse, in a lovingly gruff sort of way. Obviously he likes his horse quite a bit. He slaps it on the rear, but just to get it going. And the horse whinnies, but not like in terror or anything. It's just, that's my job. So he says, heard there was quite a disturbance up there on that hill not that long ago. Well, yesterday to be exact.
Yep.
Yeah, you could call it that. Disturbance.
Indeed. A lot of people died. Not
Yeah.
bad people. A few
Yeah.
good people.
Eh.
Don't know what happened to the city these past few days, but it's good to have the business of our town back up and running. Folk can turn an honest day's work into an honest day's pay.
The people
That's
are
always
good.
a good situation.
Yes, they're good at persevering. No matter what.
He snorts in agreement. We're cut from a different cloth than the rest of the world, across that ocean. But anywho, he kind of trails off and begins to just get into a rhythm. He talks to you about various different things, like the weather. Today is a bit rainy, not terribly overcast or anything, but there's a light rain that pervades the entire endeavor. It's a good thing you got a carriage ride, otherwise you'd be soaked on your way over, as I'm sure none of you have umbrellas.
Do umbrellas exist in this world?
Probably something to that effect.
Oh.
Tweet.
But you don't have one.
Oh.
Well,
He talks about the. He has a bit of a grim sense of humor. Mentions that the coffin business is sure booming this time of year.
Oh.
With all of the massacres and whatnot.
Well, that's nice for supporting small
Nice for them.
businesses.
Nice for them.
Uh-huh.
Mentions that it's a bit unseasonably cold for the time of year, but there's no reason for that he can discern. My mom always said that when it was colder than it should be, that things were about to take a turn for the worse. But I say that since those folk got that lot rounded up, things can only get a little bit better. So
can't get worse than it already is,
Well,
right?
Don't jinx us.
Temple's burning and city on fire. It can't get worse, right?
And finally he talks about his hobbies. And asks if you have any hobbies. He says he likes to fish. Fishing's not too good around here, but if you go down south near Old Lechaport, not too close, of course, but if you go down south near Old Lechaport, you're bound to catch a few few good fish.
Mm.
Oh,
Sounds
let's try it out.
And he
I'm a
asks
fan
if
of
any
hunting.
Yes, if any of you have hobbies other than hunting, because you just mentioned that.
I'm working to develop an entirely potato-based cookbook.
You are?
I mean,
Oh, Jacques, that's
everybody,
amazing.
everybody
Well,
needs
ain't
a
that
hobby.
something? Ain't that something?
I've been
Potatoes
writing.
sure are plentiful in this part of the country. And
They are, and nobody seems to know how to cook them all correct. So I'm writing down all these recipes, and I'm working with Mew. Mew keeps cooking things, and I just write down what Mew does.
I God
it's going
send
well.
we get more of these potatoes all across the world. Feed a lot of people for relatively inexpensive investments.
It's true.
Thank you.
Well, I suppose my hobby is reading. I enjoy a good book and some teas as well.
What you been reading, Colette?
Oh, it doesn't matter. It's just that I enjoy reading.
Oh,
Smart.
but
It's just
No,
smart.
it's
We
not.
all know this.
No, it's not. They're just being silly.
Lucius is very heated
oh,
of a religion. It really shows.
Anyway, but
No, I
yes,
wonder if
teas.
Arthur was a worshipper of Lucius. Skin.
oh my.
Anyway, Korg, what do you do for a hobby?
Korg likes to drink.
And use his muscles. You like my Korg impression? Was that adequate?
Perfect.
I think so.
Is Korg? Oh,
I like a good pint every now and then, but Lord knows it's not a good, or should say, Lords above know it's not a good idea to get too heavily invested in the drinking ways. So, after a bit of idle chit chat, you reach the location, and he says, "You all have a good day. Hope you stay dry." And he turns about on his way.
okay. Goodbye, stranger.
Thank you. Goodbye.
He seemed nice.
He seemed very full of wisdom.
Roll a.
What?
I'm trying to think.
Roll a Constitution saving throw.
Roll a history check.
Oh my god.
No,
Anyone who has is proficient in that, roll a
Oh
history
gosh,
check.
dang it. What if we're not though?
Ooh, it's me.
We just rolled well.
History?
Yes.
Oh, damn, not me.
It me.
Oh no, it's all on you, Autumn. It's all on you.
Oh wait, it me too.
I have a 7.
Hold on.
Mitchie,
I'm
come
rolling,
on.
I'm rolling.
Oh my gosh.
I got a 16.
Okay. Mew would realize that this strange man with a strong affinity for his horse, it's probably something resembling a probably what's known as a tripper in this world. Kind of a traveling merchant of sorts who also doubles in who also will sometimes provide rides for relatively fair prices. He charged a little bit more because of the weather conditions, but they're odd and they pop up all over the place, even in places where they're least expected. People don't really know a whole lot about them in most parts of the world, but trippers are all over the world.
Are they not human?
They look human, but they may not be. I don't know.
Mew, why do you have that look on your face?
Smells funny.
She's not gonna tell us.
She like waits till he's like further away.
Oh, okay.
So he smelled an awfully like and then she like explains it.
Mm-hmm.
A tripper in this town.
sure it's nothing to worry about. He just might need a nice bath.
You know, those trippers, one way ticket, yeah. So,
A gateway.
Mhm.
it took you so long to find out, but you found out.
Is this a thing? I
Oh,
don't.
come on. Who doesn't know that song?
What
It's Day
song?
Tripper
What?
by the Beatles.
You love the Beatles more than I do. You know this.
This is the #1 hit single.
Oh
Anyway,
my God.
okay.
I won't say anything. I know like 3 Beatles songs.
Yeah, I never
What's a
Oh my
beetle?
Anyway,
And that's how we all die. Doom just kills us. Okay.
no, I don't roll like that.
Our guts
Anyway.
go here, there, and everywhere.
Well, that was pretty good.
Thank
I'll
you.
give you
I know that one.
We're all spread over a yellow submarine.
I'd
probably.
be sad if you didn't, considering it was played at our wedding.
Oh my God! That's so
That whole list of things you didn't have to admit you forgot about.
Autumn of Starbucks.
Nighty,
No, she
delete the
said she
pod.
she said she
Nighty,
remembered
Nighty,
it.
don't save this one.
She said she remembered it, so
I did remember the song, so
you remember the song.
there we go.
I'm not gonna say anything. I assume you remembered that it was at our wedding.
Yes.
So.
Ooh, that's a delayed yes there.
So we're mingling. We're
Mingling.
Yes, we're going to the event, and we all look very fancy and clean.
Okay.
I hope
So
there's order.
there are very few people here because it was assumed by most that the temple would not be dedicated, but also the queen's spies spread disinformation among the folk to lead them to believe that there wasn't an event here today. That way, there would be less chance of any kind of organized chaos committed by any remnants of this vanguard of Licarius that might be still around.
Man, good thing we got an invitation. If she wants to avoid that.
Yeah.
Man, does this party
I agree.
seem dead to you guys? Like, I mean, I know there was a lot of death here recently, but I mean, man, this place is kind of not hopping.
Well, it's hard to be lively after your city burns to the ground and people die.
Maybe they didn't die.
Maybe they just haven't had
maybe
alcohol
not.
yet, you know?
I'm sure it'll all
Anyway.
be fine.
So there are a few of the lords appointed, as they are known here. He basically their equivalent of parliament or Congress, whatever. The prime minister, otherwise known as the Queen's voice, is not here. He's simply too high profile person to be located at this event for national security reasons. Did not attend, and also I'll reserve that for a bit. But it's not terribly lively. People are just walking around, chatting. They're talking to the I guess kind of a big tent, a pavilion of sorts, set up with I guess a waterproof material to help reduce any kind of leakage, but it's not, I should say, not totally waterproof. Something that you may or may not recall about this country: magic is seldom used here for any reason because of its association with the nobility overseas, and this is a more egalitarian society, so they don't have magic, or they seldom use magic. Very rarely do they use it, so they don't use it for frivolous purposes, for sure. So if there's leakage, it's just the way it is. They are scientifically advanced, though, so they're working on a way to fix that problem. The food served is just kind of hors d'oeuvres. otherwise known as hors d'oeuvres, like finger foods.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Like, so they've got little bitty, well, I guess they're what we would call sandwiches, but you know, sandwich doesn't exist in this world, so they don't really have a word for it. That, at least not yet. I haven't come up with it. What we would call sandwich, with bits of fruit, bits of vegetables and stuff inside, and some thickly cut meat, but very small sandwiches, little bitty. They're kind of cute. As well as turkey legs. It's turkey legs.
Oh, like the kind at carnivals?
Yeah.
Oh.
Viviana just helps herself to all the food.
They got roasted nuts.
Except for those. She doesn't care about those.
Of various kinds, seasoned with cinnamon and nutmeg. Ooh, it's very aromatic. A little bit of sugar, not too much.
We're talking like tree nuts, right? Like
Maybe some
Yeah, the-
almonds.
Testicle festival.
The almonds aren't yes, not testicles. So.
oh, okay. Just making sure. You never
But
know.
also not really nuts in that sense either, because almonds aren't from trees. So, but they have some almonds. They got some.
Jacques just walks around sampling everything.
They've got this interesting sort of thing. It's called. Some people call it broccoli. It's a big old stick of broccoli that they've roasted a little bit to draw out some of the flavor and but it's just a stalk of broccoli.
What?
Do you just eat it like the
Thank you so much for
turkey
the
leg?
follow.
You just like.
Yes.
Hopeful. Thank you so much.
I definitely get one of those.
Colette gets a turkey leg and just walks
But they
around.
advise you carefully, don't eat too much of the stalk, because it's not dangerous, but it is inedible. You can't digest it. So
Wait,
I'm gonna roll to see if Jacques actually like understands that properly real quick. Just let me just.
did I just hear that
one.
Jacques got a
Jacques has-
huge...
so Jacques will proceed to eat the entire thing.
Yeah, Jacques and Hurrah.
No!
Yeah,
A
he's
new
just like,
child's tale.
I don't know. They said something about inedible, so I think that means you eat it in.
No,
and
what
I don't know.
did you do?
Anyway,
Jacques, where did it all go?
I don't know. I got 2 of them, and they were delicious.
I am
like,
the
even-
only cleric we have, and
You know,
you've
that-
seen
that-
me heal. What have you ingested?
Oh
The
no,
hand
you are in
the-
trouble.
The handheld part was kind of crunchy, but like still flavorful. I kind of feel
Okay, come
little
sit
bit.
down. Come along.
I might need some of those nuts, something to settle my stomach.
No, you need to sit down. I feel like Colette has like Jacques propped in like
No,
one
it's not
arm.
gonna hurt. It's not gonna hurt, but you will
What's
have
gonna
some.
happen to him?
You will have some powerful poops.
No!
There's a lot of fiber in that. More than the human body can handle.
I feel something moving inside
Stay
of
still.
me.
We'll get you somewhere safe. Please don't tell me you're gonna fart in my arms. Please.
I'm
Please,
just gonna
Autumn.
look over.
Please, no.
She's gonna look over and just wonder what she should. She just slowly hands him a bottle of water with a smile on her face, like this, like innocent smile, just a bottle of water. You may need this for where you're going.
Oh, thank you, Mia. Let me just starts drinking it. Like, oh, I feel.
Oh, don't! Please, don't!
I
Then
feel
she-
that.
All of a sudden, she like
They have plumbing here. At least you don't. At least you're not in the wilderness.
Colette tries to guide him to a bathroom and hold her turkey leg very far away in the other hand.
you hand him before they walk away a roll of toilet paper.
What is this for me? Where did you get this spew?
Oh, they sell it right next to the place you got what you just ate.
It's toilet. it's Lou parchment or something.
It's got little broccoli stalks sort of like stamped on it. I wonder why.
Yeah, they sell it right next to where you just ate that thing. So I don't know why, but I feel like they were talking about how their like business has boomed since they decided to post themselves right there. So
Autumn, don't, Autumn, please. Colette can't handle it, please. I can't handle it, Autumn, please. Please.
I mean, I think that's up to the DM if this is a con save or what this is here.
Con save.
Okay.
No, you're not gonna roll
I
for
step
this.
away because fire and gas don't mix very well.
Oh my god, please don't burn on me.
Do I have advantage, disadvantage? I mean, I had 2 stalks, so is that?
You have disadvantage.
Oh yeah. Okay. The first one was so good. I just have to. Let me just.
Don't you
Okay.
dare.
Let me see. Disadvantage. So that'll be a. Yeah, that'll be a 10.
Okay. I'll say you avoid catastrophe, but you still have not like a total embarrassment and you avoid like disgracing your entire household.
Okay, well that's always good. Does something like
you will have the runs for probably the rest of the day.
Oh, okay.
Do we get him there in time?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's just gone all
I said
night
you
now.
avoid a catastrophe.
Yeah. I'm gone for until like I guess the ceremony like actually starts, and I just kind of come back, stumble in, kind of like, don't have the broccoli. It's
You ate
it has an effect.
2 stalks.
Don't eat the whole of the broccoli. Broccoli.
I think the potatoes helped a little bit, but not a lot. They kind of balanced it out a little bit, but hey, so remember where you brought me to, Colette?
Uh-huh.
Don't ever go there. Don't ever go there ever again.
What did you do today? What did you do?
You see, I may have slightly desecrated your temple.
I don't know why I feel
It's a
okay.
barrack, so there's presumably latrines everywhere.
Yeah.
It used to be a barrack.
I locked the door after I left just to help, but
Oh my God.
I feel a lot better now.
Mew prances over with like skewers of food.
Oh, I'll take one.
She like
Mew.
passes them out, and then she's like, she hands them to Jacques, and she goes, "They're supposed to be spicy. The person over there said it helps a lot with your situation. It makes it an interesting experience," is what they told me.
Yeah. Jacques, roll a perception check.
What if he fails?
Hilarity ensues.
Oh my God.
That'll be an 18 on perception.
Oh,
You look closely and you notice that they're laughing with each other over there. the merchants. They seem to think that whatever they just told Mew was very funny.
Mew, I trust you, but I don't trust them. Did they make this in mild? Because it looks good, but it like, just the smells kind of bringing back. No, I'm okay. I need to.
Do you need to roll a con save?
Let me roll another con save.
This is the first D&D campaign I've had that involved poop. Congratulations, honey. You did it.
Well, I got a 2
I did not direct it in this direction.
You
Well, it sure went there.
on the dice, so it's 6 total.
6 total?
Oh no.
I'm gonna go back and rededicate your temple again.
Don't call it that. Don't freaking call it that.
It's gonna be fine. I'm gonna be you find me something that has a lot of flavor. Find me something with no flavor. Like I'm be right back. Oh god.
Mew takes the skewer from Jacques and hands it to Fira, and it's spicy like you.
Thank you. I am not hungry though. I think you know what? I think the person here that needs this the most is Korg.
I agree.
Korg nods in approval and takes the skewer and eats it whole, minus the skewer. He says, "That's some good product.
Do we not know what kind
What
of
is
meat?
that anyway?"
It's like spicy barbecue.
Oh,
Barbecue. They don't make it anywhere else in the world like they make it in Novendrak.
oh.
He tips his beer because he drinks constantly.
It is delicious, but I don't know what meat this is.
It's better that it remains a mystery.
Oh no.
Oh no.
They did have a lot of dead people left over.
Oh no.
Good thing I'm not a human, but still.
It's not that mysterious. Let's just say that.
Non-humans are okay with eating human.
Okay, if we're going into the whole debate on
this again?
what's cannibalism.
I'm pretty sure that that regardless of your stance on it, it's probably only somewhat acceptable if you're starving, and you guys aren't. So there's no cannibalism going on here.
Okay, we're
Okay.
good. Okay.
Okay.
So Jacques comes back 30 minutes later with just beads.
So
of
yeah, we're nearing the end of the ceremony, or the end of the festivities, which conclude with the ceremony. You come back just in time, Jacques.
Oh,
as-
thank goodness. I'm glad everything's gone now, and it's perfect timing.
and the
Yeah,
high
everything's gone.
priestess, her radiance, Elaine, comes out from inside of the temple, and she says, and a bunch of people around are like, she's gonna say something, or the equivalent of that. And she says, "Thank you all for attending this glorious day. Beautiful the weather is, in spite of the rain. We know that it is only a gift from the gods, from our god Lucius, to cleanse the world of the horrid blood that was spilled on these very grounds not 24 hours prior." And she exhorts the crowd to enjoy a moment of silence for about 20 seconds. And I'm assuming that you all honor that, but you don't have to.
Yeah, Aviana honors that.
Yeah, so the 20 seconds pass, and she says, "But enough grimness for the day. We're here to dedicate this temple to the great and holy god above, Lucius, whose beauty and simplicity, whose love of the natural world and order, whose love of glory and prestige, and on and on and on, permeate this entire country and this entire world. We owe everything we have to this, or should say, to our great god, his radiance." And she gives a benediction, a prayer, and asks him to bless the temple on which many people have given their lives for its protection, that it may never again, that it may never again see the sight of blood, and that no blood must be spilled unnecessarily in his name. Although he is a god of war, many people, his followers, do not believe he is a god of unjust war, and she closes out the prayer and says, "Amen," or whatever, and she says, basically, the temple is now open. All who would seek shelter, asylum, the teachings of Lucius here are welcome from this day forth on till the end of time to seek such shelter here. And she declares that this will be a beacon of goodness and prosperity, and that it will be a shining star, a mark upon the map that all people will see one day. You know, round of applause from everybody in attendance. You know. And she says, yeah, clap, 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 clap.
Hear, hear, very well done. And Colette's like wiping a tear from her eye, very moved about
Are you
Lucius.
crying?
He's been
And-
eating this whole time.
An MC of sorts comes up and says, the festivities will continue for another 30 minutes or so, but after that, we encourage you all to to go home and enjoy the day in communion with Lucius and all of his great teachings, and to be safe on the journey home. It is unfortunate that there has been so much bloodshed in honor, or I should say, leading up to what should have been a great day of unity between the Sabrion and the people of this country, and the people of Myland and the people of this country. But unfortunately, so it must be. But rest assured that justice will prevail, and that his shining savor and guiding light will lead you through the darkest of nights, I guess. It basically says 30 minutes, and then you don't have, or I should say, and then he says like something to the effect of, "I don't care where you go, but you can't stay here after that." So, Elaine, though, motions to Colette, and she says, "Colette."
Yes, Elaine?
I'm going to assume you didn't mean to call her Elaine.
Oh, wait,
Your
what?
Radiance.
Who
Your
said?
Radiance.
Oh, crap. Oh, no. I hope she
It's
didn't hear me.
important.
Yes,
She
Your
didn't.
Radiance.
You and your friends have done a great service to this temple, and I would like to reward your group. I don't know why I feel this, but there's a stirring in my heart that's telling me that your journey is not yet complete, and you may need our assistance. So she entreaties you to enter into the temple.
Your
as soon as
Radiance,
possible.
may my, friends come along?
Yes, of course. She gestures in their direction. Any of your friends, all of them, preferably, for it is not only you who have done a service to us.
All right, I shall be right back. I will go grab them. Thank you, Your Radiance, thank you. And she does a little, like, half bow. And then she runs off all happy. You will never believe what has just happened. Oh, Jacques, are you okay?
Oh, it's fine. I feel like a new man. Really, I've had, this temple. I think it's working. I've had what you would refer to as religious experience, and I feel.
Oh, do you feel cleansed?
I do. Like a great darkness has left me. I have light inside.
Oh.
But there's also a vast emptiness that I seek to fill.
Oh, Lucius can fill that emptiness.
I mean, I was gonna have these. Somebody took these potato skins and like filled it with cheese and bacon. I was gonna have that, but I mean, we can try Lucius.
Oh, well,
Crackers. Like Mew's been following him this whole time to make sure he's okay.
Well, now that you're feeling better, I have some good news. Her Radiance has invited us inside the temple. She wishes to congratulate all of us and thank us and provide us with a reward for what we've done. It's not a trap.
For what he did in the latrine?
No,
Yeah,
no,
I
not
feel
for
really
today.
bad about it, honestly.
Not for what we've done today, but what we did yesterday and how we helped her.
Yes,
Okay.
we totally helped.
Okay.
You are
Yes.
very quick to say it's not a trap. Are you worried it's a trap?
It's a little
No,
concerning,
I
I do
don't-
have to admit.
Yeah.
You were all so quiet and I was worried, but no. Her Radiance would never. But yes, right this way. She has things for us, apparently.
Perfect. Also don't go over there. That is where there's a trap. Just don't open either of those. Now there's two doors. Don't.
What?
Don't tell, maybe
We
don't tell.
we don't tell her. We don't tell her at all.
Yes,
No.
don't.
No.
Until
isn't
after
equal.
we have the reward. We should go.
All right, I'll follow you, late.
So we go in the
Okay.
temple and follow the fancy lady.
You go into the temple. Hold on just a second. I gotta pull something up. You enter into the temple. You enter in and you notice that
Drusies!
the
Thank you for
entryway that you
subscribing.
entered into with the grand cathedral doors.
Thank you, Drusies.
The doors are now shut, but the entryway is covered in blood. All the bodies have been removed, fortunately. And at the entryway to the area, basically, here's an idea of what you're looking at. The only bodies that are still left are the bodies of those who are loyal to Lucius. Well, actually, no, there are bodies of all parties still there, actually. It's very, relatively speaking, austere. It's not too flashy. It's not over the top or anything. The big thing is on either side of the cathedral, there are two large braziers that are burning very brightly next to two stained glass windows on either side of the cathedral. Which is, you can only barely make them out to either side, but you can tell that these are some sort of big ceremonial braziers that are very, very important for whatever reason they do, whatever reason they serve. In front of, or I should say in the center of a large mosaic of a single shining star in a black expanse, you see, or I should say, Elaine is standing there, dressed fairly plainly for what you would assume is one of the most important religious figures in the entire world. A simple silver gown with a small circlet on top, almost no jewelry at all except for a single signet ring and that circlet. Fairly plain for somebody of her rank as well, you would note. She is very tall, about 6'5", which makes her taller than I believe anybody besides maybe Korg. And she gives a slight nod to you as you enter and says, "Welcome. It's our, or I should say, we are honored to have the heroes of this entire country here in attendance with us. And it is my sincerest gratitude that I offer to you in this very important time. I fear that the world's livelihood and integrity may hang in the balance. And although I can't determine why, I feel that all of you have a part to play in the story that is to come."
Well, first of all, thank you. And have any inkling as to what you believe this story might be?
I can't
You
tell.
like stories.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not certain. Our God does not have a mind for the future, a mind for the present. He plans and he plots, but he does not know. Few do. And so I do not know either. All I know is that I fear that which we have dealt with thus far is merely a prologue to a great conflict which will sweep over the entire world.
A great conflict?
I do not know. But I know that I must show my gratitude in some way. So I show it in this way. I offer you a boon for each of you. There are 3 things you may choose. If you choose 2 of the options, however, it is merely a boon for the whole group, although it is great. If you choose the 3rd, it is an option for each individual person, although the honor perhaps not so, or should let me back up. Although the utility might not seem as great on the surface. So she offers you the following. You can choose 1 thing of each of these. You may choose a small plot of land with a cottage located in Myland. You may choose to gain a follower who has possibly another member of the party, or the rank of church knight. It's worth noting that each of you would get this rank, and if you choose this, it might not seem as advantageous, but maybe it would open doors that the others do not. However, it's not going to be as obviously useful as the others, but at the same time, she can offer any of these options. So, and you can ask for more information on any option that has been listed.
Oh,
This is hard.
those all sound very nice.
And we get to choose one of these for the entire group?
Yes.
Okay.
You must agree.
Oh, so the whole group chooses as a group, and we get one of these.
Yes.
Could you give us a moment, Your Radiance, to discuss amongst ourselves?
Of course.
Thank you, my lady. Oh my god, she just gave us... We could have a follower, we could have land, we could have the rank of church knight. What do you all think?
I mean, a vacation home sounds nice.
It does sound very nice.
Oh, but having somebody who can clean the current home sounds nice too.
And carry our things?
Oh, wow.
I will admit, I don't think we'd be using the home much. At least I know I wouldn't.
Fair point.
But have you ever had a land with a cottage on it?
We could adopt some street urchins, put them to work at the house.
Oh,
It's true. We could make our own.
as
farm
a
now.
former street urchin, I don't
them.
like that idea.
What?
Earn your
If you
keep.
were a street urchin, you would
When
love
I
to have a
left,
place to live.
no, I went to the temple. I wouldn't go to some stranger's cottage.
Well, did they pay you
So-
at the temple?
Would you like a
Listen.
little bit of information on each of these?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So the plot of land is in Myland. It's located out of a small but growing village called, we're calling it Rendickburg for now. That's a working title. Small farming town for a while, but it recently has started to grow. A bit of people have started to gain interest in it because a rare ore that occurs very rarely, if anywhere else in the world, can be found there. But that's something that they don't generally disclose to people who aren't actually from the town. Only the existence of the ore and not what it does is known.
Do we know the name of the ore?
No,
Okay.
only they do, and a few select individuals who are outside of it. But it's very, very rare and valuable. It is located near a forest, so you have access to forest and workable land as well. The only building that exists is a cottage. And anything bigger than that you would need permission from whomever rights, basically the lord of the village.
There's an HOA in our neighborhood.
Is the cottage big enough to house, like about a half a dozen people? Or is this like a one man with a pickaxe kind of establishment?
It's probably big enough for 6 people to live in if you bunk. So
Summer vacation.
But there's plenty. It's 2 acres, so it's room for expansion for sure. If you don't like the size of it, you don't have to stay with the size. You could even tear down the building. I don't care.
On a scale of 1 to 10, what's the haunted level of this cottage? Just asking.
Ooh, that changes.
It's
1.
not haunted.
Ghosts?
It's just
That changes.
or I should say, it's allocated to the church because it's in Myland, which their patron deity is Lucius. So they are allowed to give that out. They have a certain number of cottages in the outlying territory. No hauntings that are known on this particular lot.
Okay.
Doesn't mean there couldn't be other hauntings, but none on this lot.
Okay. I mean, always like to ask.
Okay. So the second is a follower. It was probably, or I should say, the follower can be any religious, anyone who's affiliated with any class of individual who's affiliated with religion, whether it's like a priest or an acolyte, so lower ranking, maybe could be turned into something else. A paladin, a cleric, or perhaps some sort of wizard or sorcerer who uses their abilities for worship, So maybe a fighter. I mean, he is a god of war, so maybe a fighter as well. Probably not a barbarian, probably not a warlock.
Ooh, we could get a cleric for the party.
It's
so
a good
Oh
healing.
my gosh, that would
funny.
be so nice.
It'd be so useful.
And
Have
those
something you
exist.
can heal.
We already have a cleric, Jacques. You're so funny.
Wait, do we have a
You
class?
do?
Wait, is Mew a cleric? I thought.
Oh, why didn't
Oh,
you tell
Mew.
us?
It's so nice
Wait,
to. I'm
no,
so glad.
I don't do the healy things. I do the sparkle.
Ah, that's right, Sparkle cleric. Okay.
I'm
Correct.
the cleric, Jacques. You're so funny. So
Oh.
funny.
Oh.
Yes,
So-
yes.
Basically anybody who's a part of this particular temple could be utilized in such a way, and you would just have to say which class you wanted to be, So, and last we have the rank of Church Knight. Basically, in Myland, the title of knight is actually very low ranking nobility, whereas in most countries, knight is not, or I should say, a knight is not considered nobility. Can't gain titles or increase in rank over time. They are, or I should say, the title of knight can increase in value as you accrue power. Of course, it's only valid in Myland because Novendrak is more like a democracy, so any knights are more like elected officials, but you know what I mean. It may also grant you access to certain organizations that you don't know anything about, but may grant you access to certain things and organizations that you did not previously have access to.
I do think the knighthood sounds the most interesting.
I mean,
Besides a manservant, of course.
yeah, I mean a person though, like a whole person.
They're all
Oh
such
God,
good options. What?
we'd have to be responsible for a whole person.
Oh no.
Oh, another one.
Oh,
What do you mean enough anyway? I don't think we should go with the follower.
I mean, sure, knight is maybe a bit of a downgrade for me, but I understand it might be an upgrade for the rest of you. So, if that's what you want for the group, I won't object to it.
I do think Church Knight would get us in through more doors, and we could get more information on what's been going on. Could be useful.
It's true. One does not simply walk into more doors.
You mother. As soon as I said it, I was wondering. As soon as I said it, I was wondering which of you little tits would break first. And apparently it's Autumn. Good job, Autumn.
Are you surprised at all?
Every
I'm
day.
sorry.
You're not sorry. You're not. I'm gonna text
Not
Scrubs. I'm gonna text her and tell her to spray you down.
Look, you underhanded that one to me. I couldn't
didn't
not.
mean to.
I was like slow pitch softball league.
Why can't you be like this during our alien campaign? Why is that one so scary and awful? And here you just eat potatoes.
Aliens.
Does anyone want to ping Bevan to see if he's awake? And see if he
Ooh.
wants to.
I don't think he'd mind, honestly. Korg is a pretty laid-back guy.
Sir Korg, the noble, has a good ring to it. I mean,
Can you imagine? What do you think, Mew? What options do you like?
Honestly, they all sound pretty fun. But
yeah,
No.
here are some potential advantages for any of them. The cottage or the land gives you guys a place, kind of a de facto home base, so that you don't have to be, wandering constantly. In addition to potential for expansion, follower grants you a lot of flexibility. You can choose any person of any party member. that would potentially be found in a potential warring church. And the rank of Church Knight will open doors that the others do not, granting you potential for upward mobility as well, while granting you the ability to gain access to certain kinds of information and prestige that the others would not. So, just to give you an idea of what potential advantages each one would offer.
My personal vote, because I know I've been a little bit quiet about it, after considering all the options, I would lean towards either the land or the Church Knight. Because the Church Knight could be useful to us, kind of like we've all discussed a bit. But also the land, I mean, frankly, having something of our own that we could kind of manage as we wanted, and it being in an area with an apparently rare item would be great investment, especially if anyone here is trying to retire early, you know, real estate's the way to do it.
I have a question.
Potatoes.
So we have half vote for each.
What is your question?
Do I have to believe in your god?
No.
Oh.
Well, I will say this. You don't have to worship him exclusively, but it's pretty much, there's no denying that he exists. This is not a world where atheism is even somewhat the gods exist, and that's a pretty much indisputable fact.
Okay.
So, but you don't have to worship him now.
Okay, cool. So Mew's just like, well, as long as I don't gotta sacrifice anything to anyone, I'm down to be a knight. That seems like a fun adventure. A church knight.
1.5 votes for knight.
On the one hand, potato land. On the other hand,
Oh my god, we could farm!
We all retire and just become farmers.
It's just a Stardew campaign.
Always has been.
why are you planting more potatoes? It's always potatoes.
I'm torn between the land and the knighthood as well.
But the knighthood could also open up doors to publish the potato cookbook.
You're just pushing your agenda.
This night's weekly.
I think I know some people that are in publishing. So I don't think we really need to worry about that too much. I mean, it'd be so fun. Just imagine when it's total darkness and all anyone hears is, I am the knight. The church knight.
What are you,
Well, the
Batman?
music starts playing.
Oh my
Okay,
god.
you've convinced me. We're gonna be knights in the night.
2.5 votes for knight.
All it took was a pun.
Does it come with dark armor?
I hate you. I hate you
No,
so
we
much.
don't.
I hate you so much.
Can we be a dark knight?
You get a deed and a little pin.
Ooh.
Ooh,
pen?
a
Yeah, no, I'm-
deed.
yeah. Deed.
Well, I mean, yes, you get. I mean, people. You need to have like proof that you are a knight, which is
Oh my god, so we
which
have
is
like
a-
FBI badges. Like we can just pull
I
out.
guess kind
Short
of,
back
yeah.
one.
But you need proof that you are a knight because it's a rank of nobility. So, you know, you need who knighted you, so it can be honored.
God, Becky's just knighting anybody these days.
Mhm. Yeah, but we can be that anybody.
That's true. I mean, it could, if you have aspirations to move up the totem pole, for lack of a better term.
Yeah.
It could be great. I think it could be useful in that way quite a lot.
I mean, honestly, this is kind of not an upward move for me. It's more of a, well, let's just say I'm already have a little bit of official paperwork.
Wait, Shock. Do you have an
Mhm.
estate?
I mean,
You're nobility, yes.
well,
You
I
have
mean,
land.
Yes,
We
it's
can
a ways
just
away.
use Shock's place then. I say we go for knighthood and just use Shock's home.
Oh,
Shock,
so
that
it's
is
all over the planet.
perfect.
Oh god. Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. I'll get extra keys made up and tell Linda to
Yes.
just clean the drapes for y'all.
Thank you, Shock. So kind.
Ah, yes, Linda.
He'll have to talk to his dad and let him know.
Yeah. I
His dad
So-
technically, I don't own it. It's my dad's, but like, if I tell him you're all my friends, he's probably gonna be okay with it. I mean, most of you
can't
are
wait
probably
to
Is
meet
that
your
before or after
father?
he beats you up?
Before,
Oh,
after you have a, or I should say, you have a prodigal son moment because you've been more or less disowned.
Yeah, it's fine.
Wait.
It's gonna, it's gonna work all out.
Disowned?
I gotta smooth a few.
No,
things
you
out.
don't know this.
It's fine. I'll have a good talk, a heart to heart with my dad. I haven't talked to him in what's today?
It is the first of the month.
It's
Oh,
Modin,
oh my. Okay, yeah.
2137.
how long has it been?
You know, well,
A month?
you know,
Well, no, you've been with us. 2? No?
Yeah, I had to travel for a bit, and you know, I was gonna write, but I kind of lost my pen for a while. Anyway, it's fine. I'm gonna make it all up with him, and
So we don't have plans to return to.
There's a really nice gardener's shack that you can share.
A shack that we can share.
Look, Greg's a real nice guy. You guys can get along with him. Just yeah, he wakes up really early though, and if you keep him up late at night, he will stab you with a pitchfork.
Oh, shock! I had no idea.
It's fine. Look, there's a reason I left home. And it's fine. I'm gonna go back and we'll smooth it over, and everything will be fine. You know, I gotta talk to my dad about sectioning off an area of the garden for potato experimentation.
Oh no, you're never getting accepted back, are you?
You know, I'm not gonna lie to you here, Colette. It's gonna take a little bit of convincing, but I think coming back with the rank of church knight, you know, it could show that it wasn't a waste of time, that I achieved something, that I did good in the world, that I didn't just waste my father's money eating potatoes.
You spent your father's money.
I needed a travel fund, and it was.
I need to sit down. Oh,
Look, there was some shady things going on, and I had to look into it, and I didn't want to involve my dad, so you know, I didn't really fill him in on all the details. I just sort of needed a travel fund, and then I kind of had to leave in the night, and then I'm sort of was wanted for a little while in there.
what?
I'm sure he didn't need to. You know, I'm sure it wasn't very important for him to.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine.
I
Everything's
understand.
fine. I got this letter. It says I'm not a person of interest anymore. Everything's fine. Yeah.
Enough for me.
Look, I'm just gonna go home. Me and Kevin will smooth things. It'll be fine.
So if you're certain that we can smooth things over with your father, I would agree that we should go the church night route, but I'm very concerned. Very, very concerned.
I'm like 90%. It's gonna work out 50% of the time. So it's yeah.
Oh,
That's pretty standard.
Are we talking about
that's
houses?
Yes.
Oh,
That's
I have one of
that's
those.
less than chance, though, isn't
What?
Yeah.
You have a house as well?
Well, I mean, where else am I supposed to sleep if I'm not on an adventure?
Oh. Are we?
I hadn't thought of that.
Well, Eviana and Colette are like nomads. So like.
Oh, they don't have a house.
Well,
Like-
we travel
Oh.
around.
Oh,
Wait, you didn't live in the temple?
Well,
Like-
I did because I ran away from home, but that was at 12.
Oh.
oh.
So you got some stuff to smooth over with your parents
Well,
too.
no, we don't have to talk about my family. More
mean-
about your home.
I mean,
yeah.
Eviana can probably like fill us in on your family and how bad that's gonna be when you go. Anyway, I'm sure that'll all be a fun
We
time
don't
for
have
you
to talk
eventually.
about that.
It's fine. Yeah, I mean, are your mom and dad nice and friendly people?
Oh yeah, they're super supportive.
Oh,
right
Sam,
now I'm on an
thank you so
adventure
much for
because
those
I have
bits.
to work on a
What?
super top secret project that
Listen,
my
thank
father
you.
has me working on. But other than that, yeah, there's a house and I get to live on the side house, which is great.
A side house?
Well, yeah, it's not that big compared to the main house, but like, you know, I think 3 rooms is good enough. Red has its own kitchen and 2 bathrooms,
What?
but it's nothing compared to the regular house.
What's the regular house like?
Oh well, they've been doing some renovations lately, so I can't really describe it. But it's a pretty decent size. I want to say it's modest. Last I checked, it had 6 rooms and a dining area. We're not very well off compared to other families, though. But you know, we like to stay humble, so.
Would they be willing to let us be in the side house?
Oh yeah, that one's mine.
It's your own.
Roll an intelligence check, Colette.
Oh no, why? I don't like.
I had to break something to you.
I don't like this. 17.
You realize that logistically speaking, if you're this only works if you stay in this continent. So it depends.
Oh.
And some of you aren't from here. I know you live here, but
You, as lovely as that would be, I feel like we may be on the move quite a bit, if her radiance is to be believed.
Oh,
So-
I mean that's fine.
have you reached a decision?
Night?
Night?
Or real estate mogul.
So it seems like those are the only 2 options that are being realistically
We could
explored.
vote. I could make
Yeah,
like a
vote.
little quick straw poll, and we could privately.
Straw poll. Yeah.
I'll do it.
You
I'll
can
make it.
I was like, or you can, if you want chat to decide, it's up to you.
No, I know who's in chat. No.
Oh, look, there's some friends in chat.
No, those are no. Those are little freaking gremlins. I am not leaving it up to
That's your
them.
loving community.
We'll choose a follower, and she'll have like enormous tracts of land.
We'll get both the land and the
Osen
follower that
says,
way.
"Let me decide." Should we let Osen decide?
Oh, I mean,
That if you collectively vote to let him decide. Sure.
oh,
Okay, I'll make a straw poll that just says Osen yes or Osen no. That's the straw poll.
On whether or not
Oh my gosh, you can
I
make one on
abstain.
Twitch.
I've already done it.
Okay, I was like, you could just make one on Twitch and it just shows up right there.
So Osen, we're gonna vote on whether to let you choose. Cause this is where we're at apparently.
you seem so surprised by this, Psyche.
I wake up every day not knowing what's gonna happen in my life, Autumn. Every single day.
Wake up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy.
No. So that's 3 votes for Osen, yes. 4 votes.
Ah,
Okay, well, there you go.
majority
I think
rules.
unanimously.
Democracy.
Mm-hmm.
So
All right,
Osen,
well, Ocean decides.
these
It's been
are the
decided.
2 options.
3
Ocean's 11.
But wait, we didn't. Are we letting him choose if we get a follower too?
Why would you limit it to one of 2 options if you're saying he gets to decide?
But
Yeah.
Oh, we were having him decide between the two. Oh my god. Okay, so Osin,
If
these
you
are the
want
three.
to limit it to 2, that's your.
What do we want to? Do we want to limit it to 2 for him, or just all 3?
Nah, you decide.
No.
I'm the DM. I'm impartial. So don't ask me.
All right, Osin, these are the 3 options. 1, we get land with a cottage. 2, we get a follower. 3, we get the rank of church knight. Osin is saying he is a god. I don't like that.
Oh,
Which
you
of
go.
those 3? Why did I? Why?
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 How far back you want to take that question?
Oh no. I don't want
Why
to take
did
that
I?
question anywhere.
It's a good
Osin.
question.
Osin, what are you gonna pick?
It all started whenever I hit start streaming.
I mean, really, we can go back to a trip to, what was it, Applebee's?
It was Chili's.
Chili's,
And it was the
that's right.
worst first date I've ever been on.
Ouch.
Wow!
Wow, that's hard.
But
Wow.
it was very endearing.
Wow!
So anyway, Osin picked land with the cottage. A group of travelers needs a home and a hearth.
Do
All
you
right.
guys
True.
consent to this decision?
I
That was one of my two I was
ultimately,
thinking.
it is your decision. You don't have to go by what he says.
You don't
So-
understand the way this world works, Teeth Whitener. We can't cross Osin.
We have been, we can't be beholden to the finish.
Osin is Lucius, we can't. Karma! Thank you so much for the raid! What? Y'all go check out Karma. She's so delightful. She was doing this super cute cross-stitching stream today. And go check her out. She's delightful. Member of the stream team. Karma, thank you for raiding. Hey, Corns.
Corns is here.
We just let Osin decide the fate of our party, so that's cool.
It's okay, Mitchie.
So,
We'll
so
get
this is your decision. Is that correct?
Sha.
Yeah.
Yeah, property.
We all flip the coin and let the god of fate decide.
Osin's
I'm
the god of
dumb.
fate.
The property. I've heard that little town is going to be experiencing quite a boom lately. It might prove useful to you in the future. That is only a small token of of the gratitude I feel for you. To be a young one such as yourselves exploring the world. I know that you will make your mark one way or another.
Are you wanting to come with us, your radiance? You sound kind of like you miss getting out of the temple and, you know.
Sadly,
seeing the
my place
world.
is here. In my years, I have seen much of the world, but this is where I belong. Colette, I do have one thing I'd like to say to you.
What is that?
She gestures towards a priest and a priestess standing on either side of the cathedral next to the braziers, and they begin to make odd, seemingly ritualistic or ceremonial gestures. She opens the door to the cathedral and requests that you alone follow her, and closes the doors behind her.
I suppose I'll be right back.
Don't
The
die.
doors
Dave, don't do
are
drugs.
exceedingly heavy. They are made of stone and don't open easily, but with some effort you are able to push them open. And you realize that after entering, it's two acolytes were helping you to open the door on the other side, and they close the door behind you. So, those of you outside of the temple can see that these two priests and priestesses are absorbing light coming in from the wind from the braziers and funneling it into beams of light, a single cord of pure white light into spheres at the top of the stained glass windows on the sides of the cathedral. As Colette slowly walks down, she can't see any of this happening. She sees beams of light enter through the opposite sides of those spheres into a prism at the top of a large statue of who can only be Lucius. And the light begins to collect and shroud the statue at the front of the building, at the front of the cathedral. Statue at the front of the room becomes enveloped in light from the windows from the left and the right, gradually increasing in brightness until the sound is so bright you can almost hear it, or the light is so bright you can almost hear it. After the light subsides, you find that the statue has taken on a living form. A tall man adorned in only a long silver robe with a small circlet upon his brow appears, wearing a long graceful rapier on his hip. Face is angular with high regal cheekbones, a defined though not square jawline, prominent chin. He has a narrow nose, but not too long. His hair is long and bound in the back into a horsetail. It's so silver, it's almost white, and it glows brilliantly. His eyes are a pure light sapphire in color, and slight folds give them a narrowness. His skin is bronze and is radiant, glowing. Although the robes cover most of his body, a trim, though not quite muscular physique can be seen underneath. His stance is resolute, his gaze intense, his countenance haughty, and his resting face is almost smirking. You recognize the form immediately. It's Lucius himself.
Forgive me, my lord. And Colette just, she stands like in a bit of shock and then just collapses in a bow to the ground.
Oh, no need for that. I'm not so proud and haughty as they make me out to be. So pleased, though, to meet you in the flesh, Colette. So to speak.
The pleasure is all mine, my lord.
So self-effacing. You've proven yourself to be more than worthy of that mark that you bear. I'm sure the god would be very proud of you, he says, grinning. As soon as he begins to speak again, the grin leaves his face immediately. Wading through the blood of your brothers and sisters, through the breastworks of these beasts, while you deserve praise for your valor, the final fight does lie ahead. He looks you square in the eyes as he says the next words, his gaze boring through your very soul. I'm placing my trust in you and your friends. When the time comes for your faith to be tested, will you take the leap? He awaits your response.
My lord, you already know that I would. Regardless of anything.
He relaxes his gaze and looks at you with a side eye, smirking. He then says, "Good. I knew I could trust in your good sense. Together, the Sabrion will bring the simple beauty of the brilliant light to the dark corners of this planet. Your burden is to be great, greater than perhaps any other who bear my saber. But I will grant you the strength I will grant you the strength to boldly shoulder this load. As I have placed my trust in you, you must too trust me. Farewell. The light swells again to once again blinding levels, and the statue returns to the pose it was once in. You notice that while there were once bodies scattered throughout this entire area, there is no blood, and only the bodies of those loyal to Lucius are still intact. Elaine says to you, I trust that the message finds you in good faith.
Yes, Your Radiance. In the best of faith.
And she bows. Very well. It has been good to see you, Colette. I trust that you will shoulder the burden you have, but do not think it is too heavy that you can't share it with others.
Thank you, Your Radiance. I will remember.
In your journey, I hope to hear from you soon.
I shall write to you when I get the chance.
Farewell. And she nods her head lightly as she walks towards towards a set of stairs over to the side of the cathedral. And you begin to walk towards the entrance.
Colette walks back out with a very bewildered and oddly solemn look on her face. All right, I think we can get going now.
Are you all right?
Yes, I'm fine. We should be on our way.
All right, well, after you.
Yes. I think we're ready to embark.
So, is there anything you all would like to do before you return? Well,
Buy an umbrella.
More or less the end of the day in the game. Or, well, I mean, it's probably about 4 p.m., I'd say. Is there anything you would like to do before shacking up for the night?
Buy an umbrella.
Ooh,
Well, it stopped raining, so...
Buy an umbrella.
Okay.
Colette would also like to buy like some little knickknacks to help with the road.
Okay. You head towards the merchant district and
Thank you for
find
the
a
follow,
variety
Super
of
Dave.
shops, mostly in the streets, still relatively disheveled, but business must carry on even at the beginning of the month after all this terrible destruction that you've witnessed. There are such shop that catch your eye. One of them is known as Alvarez's Apparel. It's not quite upscale, but fairly fancy. And this seems to be a shop that sells umbrellas. And you also find Boris's Road Goods. Boris, who sells all kinds of things you might need on the road.
Sounds like a gas station in Alabama.
It's a little bit rough around the edges, but he runs a tight shop and seems to be fairly successful. And these are the two shops you miss at first glance. Do you want to look around more, or do you want to shop here?
I mean, this is fine.
Okay.
For now.
So Alvarez's Apparel. It's not too fancy. It's not something that Jacques in his glorious days of possibly being heir to a duchy would be wearing around noble courts or anything, but fairly modest apparel for well-to-do merchants around the city, perhaps.
Do the travel goods come with an umbrella?
The Boris's travel goods wouldn't. No, umbrellas are not commonly used on the road.
I will get one of each.
Alvarez comes up to you and says, you like an umbrella, relatively new invention, something called textiles they put on these things.
Ooh.
Interesting. I've seen them a few times before. Feels like they do better than a hood.
Quite. But they're thinking about making some clothes out of these things. Can you imagine that? But for now, we just got the umbrellas.
Well, how much for this and the travel goods?
Nope. Well, there are no travel goods here at Alvarez's.
I thought it was all one store.
No, this is a walk-in store. The umbrella, newfangled invention. It'll run you 3 gold dragons.
How many silver makes a gold in this world?
10.
Oh, okay. Well, here is 30 silver for you.
Quite. Thank you very much for your business. Anything else I can interest you in?
I hate you for not having ponchos invented yet, because the idea of Korg in a poncho just gives me life.
How much was the umbrella you said it was?
3
gold.
3 gold.
3
yeah.
gold? I will buy an umbrella.
I think I will too.
Very well. 3 umbrellas.
What
And he puts
colors
out
are
a sign
there?
that says today's hot seller umbrellas.
What colors are the umbrellas?
We got them in any color you want, as long as it's black or blue.
Any color we want, huh?
Black it is.
I will go with blue.
A bold choice.
I feel like Eviano was reaching for a blue one and then sees Colette grab it and just reaches for the black one.
The twin dilemma.
Like grimaces a little.
Well, thank you. Is there anything else I can interest you in?
No, I think we'll be heading to the other shop now. But thank you. This invention is so fascinating.
It is. I'm so glad I could get my hands on them. Vladimir Winterbaum is quite the enterprising individual.
Because the other store is the one that has everything, right?
Yeah, road
This was the
goods.
one that had the umbrellas. Okay.
Yes.
Mhm.
What was the other store called again?
Boris's Road Goods.
Boris's Road Goods. Why do I feel... Okay, all right. We'll go to Boris.
Ooh, does Boris have jerky?
Oh, I bet they do.
Boris is, or I should say, a man standing behind a counter with a serious expression on his face and crossed arms, is haggling with somebody at the counter. He's a half-orc man. It looks like it is. He is anyway, and he's shouting at him in half-orc. Although the other man seems to be shouting at him in Advarian or Common, and you don't really know exactly what they're arguing about. But you know
Can you
that
translate?
Can Korg translate for us?
He doesn't speak fluent fluent orc, but orcish, but he can get the sense that it's probably they're just talking about opinions on the weather. Orcish is kind of an angry sounding language.
Oh my god.
He hands over the man hands over 2 gold pieces and tips his hat towards the half orc behind the counter who slaps the counter in approval, and he walks off seemingly in a good mood in spite of the shouting. So
Oh.
Excuse me, sir.
what do you want?
Why do you sound like my dad? Yes, we're here for, some goods for traveling.
You came to right place. What kind of goods you looking for?
We're looking for, just things to help on the road, rations, healing items.
Yes, this whole store. What do you want?
Oh God, Colette pushes, Jacques in front of her and has him deal, because she can't.
We need rations for road.
Rations. What kind of ration? You want vegetable? You want some meat? You
Yes,
want some
we want
bread?
both. Yes, both.
Some hot
both.
Jesus. What do you
You
want?
want potato? You have potato ration.
We have some dried potato ration. Very
We
good
get
for road.
dried potato ration. Jerky too. Dried
These are
jerky.
crispy potato, very dry, very tasty.
Good. Yeah, we take many of us are, and we take like 30 days ration potato.
Okay, get a little salt box. You want two, so you can salt these delicious.
Yes, so three. We gotta have 3.
All right. What else you want?
A jerky, enough for 30 days jerky. That one there needs
What
lots
kind
of
I got
jerky.
deer jerky. I got beef jerky. I got some fish jerky. I got some beef jerky too. What kind of jerky you wanting?
The beef jerky, no fish. It
Beef
killed that
jerky.
one over
I want-
there.
You
That
have
one.
spices.
I like that.
Yes, you have spice. You have spicy jerky.
Yes, very spicy jerky.
I like a
the
spicy-
spiciest pepper.
Perfect.
We need a Northern drunk.
Okay, not for me because bad time. But for
I
that
like
one, spicy beef.
I just
All right. I get you spicy jerky. I get you some plain jerky for those with the weaker continents.
What, do they
Anything
have
else you
kebab
want?
too? Jesus, Colton, I can't.
Yes. What else we need? Yo. What else we need? We need clove, bedroll, rope, probably rope, 5-finger rope.
Torches.
All right, you want some tinder boxes? You want some? Do you want some charcoal to be writing letters? It sounds
Yes.
like you're going on a trip.
Yeah. Two tinder boxer when first one go out because it all needs to go out. Then we get let's see, that one there's a writer. The 10 charcoal. And the paper.
Wow, that's a big sale.
Yeah.
Big seller today. 10 charcoal.
Hey, okay, we need some paper to go with the charcoal.
Some parchment. I got some very nice parchment. Shipped all the way from the small town in Bactain. You speak Bactain. You must be from there.
Okay, yeah, there's a buck there. Okay,
That's
we
what
get,
you accent. You're very good.
we get 30 things of parchment. 30 things of parchment. Be good.
Wow, very good. What else can I interest you in?
I don't. Let me talk to woman to see what we need.
Nothing. We're
Women.
good. We're done. We're good.
Okay, ring us up.
All right, so the bedroll, the 10 charcoal, the 30 parchment, the very many beef jerkies, spicy and otherwise. But I also got some potato chip, salty boxes. That'll be 50 gold pieces.
Excellent. This woman here is paying. I can't. She's very, very, very poor. We each, I need each of you have 10 gold pieces.
I have 10 gold.
Yes.
Perfect. I take your 10 gold now.
Okay.
Okay, each of you put up 10. Except for Cord.
For your good business, long as you promise not to go to Bishnabob's market, I'll make it 30 gold pieces.
30 gold. Perfect. All right. I only need the 10
Don't
from
go
that
to
woman.
Bishnabob or I'll know.
I don't know.
You.
I've heard of that guy. He's no good. We come here back for more business.
Have a good
I already brought the 10 gold off. I don't want to put it back in.
Good, good. I take your 10 gold, and I take her 10 gold, I take my 10 gold, and we throw it at him, and then I give him 2 more gold because he's good man, and we don't go to Bishnababs.
Ah, good. No go to Bishnabab. He's a son of a bish.
Yeah, I heard about him. I heard he does. It's not salt that he puts on his jerky. It's something else.
Ah, no go there. He's not a good man.
Not good at all. Okay, no, we no go. We never see him.
Anything else I can help you for, with?
No, I think we good. We gotta go. We gotta go to place and the thing and do the
All
stuff.
right, have a good day. Bye.
Oh, you too. Bye.
And he slaps the counter in approval. All right.
I just like to imagine that we emerge looking like we've just like survived a tornado. Like our hair is ruffled. Everyone looks bewildered. We're all staring at Autumn.
I want to say
think
that
that's
Mew
pretty
doesn't look so much bewildered as opposed to like really excited, like she just found something new and she's so excited about it. Like, it's just like when a cat their eyes are wide and they're like, oh. That's her right now.
Mew's like, I didn't know you could
Got the
conduct
zoomies.
business this way.
Oh yeah. You just got once you spend a summer vacationing somewhere, you really pick up a regional dialect and how to talk to the people, and it's a talent, and you just gotta roll with it.
We
So
learned something new about your character today. One, you're freaking kicked out of your home. Two, apparently you speak freaking Middle
He doesn't
Eastern
speak
dad.
half-orc. He just speaks. He speaks. He speaks huckster.
Oh my god.
Mew's just like, I've never had to actually go shopping before. Usually that's what Sally does. And Sally's like, she's just implying the fact that Sally's a person that that's like her maid. So it's like, Sally usually takes care of everything. I just write everything down. I'm usually at home always like working on stuff. But yeah.
I mean, I have a Sally too, but I found it's so much more fun to just, to go out there yourself and do a little bartering and make some new friends and buy some things yourself. I mean, you can send somebody out to get something, but I mean, if you go yourself, you can find so many more interesting things and meet interesting people. And anyway, here, try the jerky. It's I'm not touching the spicy though. I'm still I'm gonna have the potatoes.
Oh,
Now remember, we have to save some for our travels.
Oh, that's true. Let's wait. I'm gonna wait to eat mine until you're all better. Then we can try it together.
Oh, okay, good. I think I need about a day and a lot of water.
So you've all got plenty of stuff for your travels. I'd write that down, all what you got. I don't know exactly what you. I forgot what you negotiated for.
It was all a whirlwind. Good thing we have a mod.
We got the potatoes. We got the 2 different types of jerky. And I think we were getting about.
We got tinder boxes and
2 tinder boxes.
kindling,
10 things of
paper.
charcoal, and I think I said 30 things of
30.
paper.
We got rope
30.
Oh yeah, and like
and bedrolls.
5
Bedrolls
coils
for
of rope. Yeah, and bedrolls for us. So yeah, just the essentials.
The essentials.
Here, Colette. Here's 2 pieces of charcoal and 10 pieces of parchment. I know you've got
that together. All the food probably comes out to about, I'd say, 20 days rations or so. So for each of you.
Mm-hmm.
I have a feeling we can only shop from this man from now on, or else he will know.
Oh,
we go to.
At least for road goods.
We're never going to Bish Kebabs.
We
If you
can't.
see a Bish Kebabs, you turn around. You
Oh,
start
no.
Burn it
walking.
down.
Mhm.
Watch them be related. Because that's usually how these things go.
You've heard
Oh.
that bish kebab is or I should say is a bit of a brown noser. So, it might be harder to avoid him than it would be for him to avoid you. So, anyway, so is there anything else you'd like to do while you're out?
Oh, can we? Is there a place that we can find like something to help Jacques' tummy problems? Like if there's like a medicine place so we can at least like bring it just in case
Could
in
I
the
heal him?
future.
What was that?
Could I heal him?
Oh no, please,
Have, like-
please. Oh god.
Do you have
stay still.
anything that would like remove poisons or toxins from the
Oh,
body?
so like no cleric could. I'd have to take him to like a doctor.
Well, I mean, you could if you had like a spell that did that.
No,
but-
I've
I don't have a
already removed so
Pepto-Bismol
much.
spell.
So there is. Yeah. So you stop by an alchemist named Peter with a Y. I'll let you decide where the Y is. And he says, or I should say, he's a bit more mild-mannered, and he just says, sounds like you could use some. And he pulls off a little bit of some sort of herb from the shelf. He says, it is interesting ways to spell Peter. It sounds like you could use a bit of pull some willow bark off of the walls. Yes. This can help with all kinds of aches and pains, and it also can help a little bit with upset stomach, especially if it's something from various different kinds of unpleasant sources. It's not cheap. It's pure willow bark, you see. So it'll be 2 gold pieces a scruple.
I'll take it. Here's the 2 gold.
The 1 scruple coming right up. He puts it in a little satchel for you, and he puts his little stamp on it. It's you actually don't see a Y with it, a Y in his name, but he insists that his name is spelled with a Y, and that the branding iron is missing it. So you all leave and you return presumably to the Barking Satyr for the rest of the night, unless you want to grab dinner elsewhere on the way home.
No, free dinner is best.
It tastes better when it's free.
Very true. And we can relax and then go on our way the next day.
Yes, and while you're there at the Barking Satyr, hold on, I'm looking for my thing. Engin prepares a nice bowl of beef and barley stew made from his very special and secret recipe for making beef broth. It is superb bar food.
How do you secretly make beef broth?
He outsourced the bread from a local baker named Jim Baker, and aptly named, and it is very, very nice bread. It's sourdough.
Ooh, this dough, it's sour.
Quarantine special.
You wash it down with some delicious beer and fresh water, and by the end of the day, you're feeling very tired from the day's festivities, and you sally forth to your beds. I think that's a good place to end.
Out of all the episodes we've had, I feel like I don't know about the energy on this one, cause like Autumn pooped himself. I saw God, and we met an angry Turkish man. Good job,
I think
Colton.
sometimes when I shit, I see God too.
I've had those nights.
Thank you all so much, I think, for being with us today.
You are so welcome.
Mhm.
I'm kidding. Thank you for having me.
And we will see y'all next week. Goodbye.
Bye.
So, what will happen? I don't know. I didn't think any of this would be happening. But that's how things go in the campaign Rheamerin Mark of a God. Thank you all so much for tuning in. And as always, Lucius guide thee. Good night.